What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, and many of you have pointed out many times, I've been borrowing wheels for the Barbie 350Z for a very long time. Really since I got the car. And I mentioned a few videos ago that I was working on something that was really big. I was working literally on my dream wheels for that car. And the day is today that I can finally reveal them to you. And it was 100 million% worth the wait. I saw these wheels for the first time on Instagram, and since then was hooked. I was like, there is no other wheel that would be more perfect for the Barbie 350Z. I obsessed over it for a really long time, and Heritage Wheels made it happen. Once you guys see them, you will understand why I had that deep feeling inside that no other wheel would be right for this build. I am at Heritage Wheels to reveal them to you guys and see them for the very first time myself. I have seen photos, disclaimer, I've seen photos of them, but I have not seen them in person yet. I'm obsessed, and I think they're gonna be completely perfect for the Barbie car. They'll be shipped to Florida afterwards, but I'm so excited. We got Chris here. Did you already see them?
I did.
Don't lie.
I did.
Did you?
I saw. I think this will literally set the Barbie car like to the T.
Wait, is that?
No.
I see neon yellow. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I'm gonna hand it to him. I came in here earlier, but I wanted to show you guys before I reveal my wheels, kind of the inspiration behind their design for them. So I was gonna have you talk about that a little bit. I walked in here, and of course the first thing I saw were these cartwheels on the wall, which was the inspiration behind the ones that you guys actually made for me, correct?
Yeah, so these were made in the 90s by a company called KOKORO, and obviously our whole heritage line is really derived from, like Japanese influence, kind of like what else we do here, with the Japanese wheels. So I mean, we kind of took this set, which are monoblock, we converted it into three-piece, and that kind of inspired us to go, well, hey, there's nothing really like this on the U.S. market, and it's cool, it's kind of weird, it's kind of out there, and it's a design that I think people will really identify with. So we drew inspiration from these. There's a couple other brands, PIA made one, G Corporation made like 4 designs. Evidently they were pretty popular with the K cars, and it just kind of spiraled into becoming one of our designs.
Cool, weird, and out there, which is totally me and like all of my cars. So this is inspiration, which I thought was really awesome, and I'm really excited to reveal mine. I haven't told anyone about it, but I will admit, when you guys posted the teaser, people kind of already knew. I started getting tagged in it, and I'm like, people are just gonna know that these wheels, of course, are for me because of the color and probably the crazy design, but I'm excited to see them. I have seen photos, but I've not seen them in person yet, so.
Well, do you want to see them unassembled or fully assembled first?
Fully assembled first.
Cool.
We're gonna build 2, and then 2 of them are already built.
Cool.
Auto dimming.
Holy crap, it's so perfect! I freaking love that. Dude, how perfect are these for the Barbie car?
They look so sick.
Probably end up outlining the hearts too. I wanted to play with it based on whatever vinyl I end up adding into the car too.
I think doing like a pink outline would be cool. Yeah, I think it would work.
Like I said earlier, I like how the hearts are a little more pronounced on this. Like it's very obvious and in your face.
Yep.
It's the main design feature, as opposed to kind of being like a part of it. It's what defines the wheel.
I love it so much. I mentioned earlier, like in my intro, when I saw these online, there was no other option for the Barbie car. It was 100%. I have to have these exact wheels because it was perfect for the theme and how like over the top I'm being with that car, which I'm usually over the top with all my cars, but this just fit the theme so well. And this is a relatively new wheel, or how long do you guys have this design?
This is a 2020 release. I mean, it was probably like 2019, but it's a 2020 release, so it's a couple months old. I think there's maybe half a dozen sets floating around. It's obviously it's a very polarizing design. Like you love it or you hate it. And you know, it's something that I think I'm really proud of in that context is that it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But you know, it's for someone like you who sees it and it's like, you know, holy shit, like I have to have it.
Well, there's nothing like it. You either love it or maybe just don't like it, but it's so unique. There isn't anything else like it or that I've seen, and I'm always looking for wild, out there stuff, and like learning more about where you took the inspiration from as well is just so perfect. So.
Well, that's where the whole line really derives from. We like taking, you know, the vintage style. You know, this is what we do for the most part. And there's just a lot of incongruities with using a vintage wheel on a modern car. So, I mean, you know, let's say you're running a small brakes, right? But let's say you're running Brembos on that car. No chance any of the wheels will fit that car. After something like this comes in, you know, it clears your brakes, it's made in your style, but it still kind of retains that like odd, funky 80s, 90s Japanese thing that I think, you know, as like enthusiasts, we all really enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I'm completely obsessed. You guys powder coated them neon yellow already, which is like obviously you don't imagine all
Oh,
this.
you got the big ass on the wheels? Yeah, there you go.
I know we went back and forth a while about colors. It's really I throw stuff together in my cars and it's all in my head, and it's really hard for me to imagine it fully coming together until it's like in the real world.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of my combos, especially with like the RX-8 or my other RX-7s, I don't know, I just have to imagine it first and then just make it happen and see if I like it. But I knew once I added the neon yellow bash bars around the car that this would be really cool to just connect that color around the whole thing and just stand out, I think, a little more. And neon yellow, as everyone should know by now, is my favorite color in the entire world because it's the best color that exists ever.
These are first neon yellow wheels we've done.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. It's a bold choice. I mean, it's, you know, you can't throw them on everything, and I think it's something that, you know, you can pull it off. I get the feeling after you do that, we're going to get more neon yellow orders.
Yeah.
So I think it's really, really cool.
I like the like different shading too, where it's like slightly lighter, but then this pulls the outside back. I don't know, I like it.
Yeah.
It's still the same color, and like the bash bars are gonna follow like this color here, and it just brings more dimension to it.
So we actually did, I kind of deviated a little from what we wanted. We did a satin center with a gloss lip, and the reason is when you do that, there's a little contrast. I'm sure about my other car because it has wheels on it, but I have like satin black centers with candy bronze lips.
And I've seen through like on your Instagram a lot of satin gloss patterns that you guys.
When you do like one tone throughout, it becomes really, really like monotone, and you kind of it kind of blends together. I did that, and then we matched the center pack to the lip. Again, it's just like a little accent detail that, you know, I think most people won't see until you get closer, and then you're like, oh wow, these match. It's, you know, little things here and there.
You guys did amazing. I'm so happy. I wish I had my car here right now, because I've been envisioning these wheels on it for so long. And I've been getting so much crap about like me borrowing wheels. I've been borrowing wheels since I got the car, and I was like, you guys just wait. You're giving me crap now, but now you're gonna know why, and it's completely worth waiting. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so obsessed. I love that.
That's what it's called, KOKORO?
Yeah. So it's like the Japanese word for heart, but like there's two words. I don't know what the other one is. I probably should have studied. I failed Japanese in college, man. I got excuses here.
Two are already assembled, and we're going to be building two and capturing that process today, right?
Yeah.
Take us through a little bit of the process here.
Yeah. So we're kind of jumping in the middle here. This is kind of making sure it's like actually roadworthy.
This is checking the tolerances?
How they're aligned to each other, and seeing how round the wheel is. There's a spec, there's an industry standard. We actually go to about what half of that industry standard is.
Isn't it? It's like 3 100s or thousands?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's 30,000.
30,000.
So we tend to go actually under 15 thousandths.
Oh, nice.
It's not because we think we're better than anyone else. It's just that part of the way that we do this is to make sure the wheels are actually round without a tire on them, not just kind of like round in theory. So everything that leaves here, not only is it going to have a good run out number, but we've actually spun it on a balancer. It's actually round.
That's
so
awesome.
pretty much you're in the middle of the process at this point. We got some parts over there for the other wheels, so we'll take you from the beginning. But once you get to here, the parts have been, QC checked. They've been essentially like halfway assembled. You can see there's 4 bolts in it. That's just to kind of align all the parts. Let's say it wasn't round. Essentially what we're doing at that point is unbolting the center, shifting it, unbolting it, shifting it, doing, whatever we have to do to make it round. So from here, you're going to go through the actual final assembly process, throwing all the bolts in and torquing it down, sealing it, the whole thing.
Sweet. I can't get over how perfect they are for the tar. So good. Here's for the second wheel. Here are the centers. So you said this is the same exact neon yellow, just the satin finish version of it, versus and the outside is the gloss. I love it. Such a sick combo. And the gloss
makes the color a little deeper. That's why this is a little more like pastel, and that one's a little like a bit of a richer color.
I love it. Oh my god. It's so cool.
So on the back side, standard on all our wheels, this is me being a salesman, but pocketed for weight, pocketed for spacers. One of the things that like we've done here is like we're all like actual enthusiasts. Like we built different cars, and we've done not only the proper stuff, but the stuff you shouldn't do, like 25 mil bolt-on spacers to make a wheel fit.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. So we make our wheels with these pockets not only for weight reduction, but also because we know that these wheels are going to trade hands. Third party. Maybe they go from you to some guy with a 370Z with Brembos, and we want them to work. The pockets allow for that. They make the wheels significantly lighter than it would otherwise be. There's a lot of wheels, especially in the vintage wheels, that don't have the back pad machine, and they're heavy, honestly, as a result. So it's something that we do. It costs us a little more. I wouldn't do it any other way.
Completely obsessed. I love them. I love the contrasting neon yellow. I love the hearts. I love everything. So if it wasn't clear, these are custom 3-piece wheels by Heritage, and it's part of their brand new 2020 KOKORO wheel line. As you mentioned in the beginning, this is taking a lot of inspiration from older vintage Japanese wheels that used to do a lot of crazy heart designs, and right when I saw them, I knew I had to have them for this build, and I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. And now I hope you guys know why I've taken the time to get exactly what I wanted for that car, and it was 100% well worth the wait. So I'm gonna head back in there and watch the final assembly for my last wheel. These are 3-piece wheels, so there's just a little bit more, well, a lot more of a complicated process on assembly. I actually had a video where I put together 3-piece wheels before, so I'm pretty familiar with the process, and it's just awesome to see like their quality of work here and all of the little things that they take into account when they're making their wheels.
So they're all torqued with spec. We use Loctite on them. They're not going anywhere.